welcome to another episode of Hey Maria. Today I am going to make homemade macaroni and cheese, and this way you'll have three different types of ways to make it. First, today I'm going to start out with just making the base for the macaroni and cheese so it's nice and cheesy and tasty and whatever else. Yes, it's not non-fat, but that's okay. Anyways, I'm going to start out making the base, just the total base macaroni and cheese, just the cheese, and then we're going to play with that macaroni and cheese and get some different types of flavors going on. So, first we're going to start out with the base of it, which is, okay, this is a big jug of evaporated milk. But today I'm making a big amount so I can show you what we can do with it. And you can do this at home too. But normally it's 2 cans of condensed milk. Then you have 1 cup of chicken broth. And I'll add on to that after that. But first I'm going to start getting this all heated up for us.
All right.
So I'm going to add this to a stock pot. This is, again, the evaporated milk. Okay, yummy, yummy. And then I am going to add I have 5 cups of broth because I times it by 5 today, but normally it's 1 cup of broth. I'm going to add that. Ooh, I hope I have enough room in the pot.
What kind of broth is that again, Maria?
This is chicken broth.
Chicken broth, okay.
Yes.
Okay. It can be beef broth too, right?
No, it cannot be beef broth. It has to be chicken broth.
Okay.
Because that's the flavor I want.
Okay, I hear you.
Anyways, let's ignore that question. Okay, so we're going to heat up the stock pot with the evaporated milk and the chicken broth. And we don't want it to boil. We just want it to come to a hot temperature. And you'll know, let it cook well. Guess what else we're making? A roux. We're making a roux again. So, you will know how to make a roux after this one because I think I've used it 3 times now, roux. So, ooh, I'm a little drippy. Okay, I'm drippy. Okay. So, how do we make the roux? We start out with, yes, adding butter. And, this is a lot of butter again. But it's because we're making a large amount. So normally you start out with 3 tablespoons of butter. And today I have 15 tablespoons of butter.
15.
So there it goes.
Wow, that's a lot of
and we're going to turn it on. We're going to heat up the butter. And again, we got to get the butter nice and hot and sizzly and bubbly. And then we will add our flour to that. And remember, when we add the roux, or when we add the flour to the butter, have to make sure there's enough butter. Otherwise, it's going to get clumpy and lumpy and icky and gross, and you're going to have to start over. So
what kind of cheese we got there?
Oh yes, that's good. We have Parmesan cheese, and we have cheddar cheese. And I have mozzarella cheese, because that's what I'm going to do with one of the macaroni and cheeses I'm going to make today. But you don't add that to your liquid. That's not part of the base. Okay, now I am going to add our flour. It calls for 3 tablespoons of butter and a 1/3 cup of flour. But like I said, we have a lot more going on here. So make sure you stir, stir, stir. See how nice and smooth that is? Ooh, this is a good roux. Okay, and I'm going to just let that boil for a couple seconds. And in the meantime, I'm going to keep stirring my liquid, my broth, and my evaporated milk. And it's just about ready. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, I love my roux today. Okay. Okay, now we are going to add the roux to the broth. Ooh, should shut off the fire first. Okay. All right. I'm going to make sure I scrape all of the roux out because that is your thickener. That is your thickening agent to this whole thing. Okay? I'm going to set this aside. And, ooh, that's a little hot. I'm going to move my pan over. Okay. Here we go. But the trick about this roux also is to make sure you keep whisking. Whisk it, whisk it. And now, that was close.
That was close.
that was close.
Pretty close.
Sorry.
So stirring could also be done, but whisking is better.
Whisking is much better. It breaks up if you do have any, let's say, small lumps from the roux, and it makes it mix very well. It just keeps it going. So we're going to bring that to a boil. Yeah, we need to bring this to a boil first, and then once it's thickened after the boiling reaches its boiling point, then we're going to add our Parmesan and cheddar cheese. And then we'll see what happens after that. As you can see, in our pot, it's perfect. Here it has come to just almost the boiling point, which is just about enough. I said boil it. You'll know by stirring it how much thicker it has gotten. And it is perfecto. Love it. Okay, what we're going to do now is add our cheese. We're going to start out, and I'm going to take my whisk out again. You'll like your whisk. Your whisk today is your best friend. Okay, so put your whisk, get your whisk ready, and now it calls for a half a cup of Parmesan. But because I did so, I kept timesing it, I have 2.5 cups of Parmesan. I am going to add that to the pot with the hot evaporated milk and broth, and just whisk it up here, whisk it, whisk it, whisk it.
Cheesy.
It's going to get cheesy. All right, so as you can see, ooh, it's turning out nice. Ooh, I like it. Now I'm going to add some of my seasonings to it. Oh, yes. The one and only Rapinas. We're going to sprinkle a little fish and poultry in there. We're going to sprinkle, today I'm using both, the beef and pork. We're going to stick that in there. I'm going to sprinkle the little black pepper in there. I don't like to do a lot like my children. My daughter would like the black pepper. My son would say, no way. And a little garlic powder. It's about a teaspoon. Excuse me. Okay, good. Stir it all up. Stir, stir, stir. Okay. I'm going to turn the heat down because you don't want it to burn now. Because you have cheese in it, it could burn. Okay, I'm going to stop whisking at this point, and I'm going to go back to my spoon because I'm going to add the cheddar cheese, which, oh, here it is. It calls for a pound of cheddar cheese, but here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 pounds in that one.
Wow.
And see, this is what I like about this recipe. Once you have your main base, your evaporated milk and your broth, you can add more cheddar. I always add more cheddar. Everybody laughs at me because I always do a little of this and a little of that. But that's what makes it your own, is playing with it.
Yeah, you improvised a lot.
Yeah, I do, yes. Improvise, yes. I like that. You know what? I think I want to add a little more cheddar. So I'm going to. Oh, look at a nice handful. There we go. Like that. Ooh. Okay. So now, as you can see, it's turning and becoming a very creamy consistency. See, look. Oh, yeah. One thing I did not add, I can't believe I forgot. And this is what gives it that sparky flavor, I guess you want to call it. That's a little, I don't know, little zing. And it is Dijon mustard.
Dijon mustard.
It calls for 1 teaspoon, but I'm going to add 3 tablespoons. I don't like a lot. If you add too much, it gives it a pungent, Mr. Mustard. Okay, so now we're going to fill a separate bowl with your sauce that's hot and ready, and you could use it just like this, but I'm going to show you how you can zip it up and make actually a full meal out of your macaroni and cheese.